Good morning, this is episode 4 of the build-up to our cycling challenge from Gdansk to Venice in September, which is now 5 weeks away. I've just got back from a 2-week holiday in Samos, Greece, where I calculated that I drank 50 litres of beer in 2 weeks, plus ouzo, plus amazing Greek food with lots of baked fetas as starters, and from that I just got a big bloated belly. So I'm now back here in Cyprus and I'm back on the bike. Yesterday I managed to do a 50-kilometre ride in between work, and this is my second ride since I've been back. I'm just going around some nice villages with some hills just to get back into condition. Just looking at the bike computer there, it's 33 degrees, it's just 20 past 9 in the morning. So I am trying to just build up the kilometres now, as we'll be averaging 100 kilometres a day with weight on that challenge. I'm today on the road bike and I'm planning a ride at the weekend on this bike, and then I'm going to get on the touring bike and gradually just add some weight on it and just get used to that. The ride from Poland to Italy, the first 4 days are going to be flat, and then we'll start touching the Czech Republic, and some climbs then start at the edge of the Alps. So we'll be going through over Austria, that's where the climbs are. And then after that we drop down. It's a big downhill, I think, for 800 metre downhill into northern Venice. So it's all exciting. I need to speak with the boys again. I've been out of touch with them. I'm hoping to get a beer with Frank at the weekend. Phil's in the UK. We've got a group message, so I'll drop something in there and just get us all back into touch again. As usual, we're doing this ride for ourselves because we like to explore, in particular Europe. But alongside that, it enables us to raise cash and awareness for the abused and abandoned dogs in Cyprus. It's a big problem here. Lots of dogs get badly treated, and there are some good people who look after them, and that's the people we raise money for and we support. This ride is for the R&R Rescue and Rehome charity in the Limassol district. We've recently had some big fires here, the worst ever I believe in Cyprus, all through the Limassol district, in particular villages like Souni, Kavidis, Malia. These villages, people's homes have been destroyed, and even dog sanctuaries have been evacuated, but it seems to have calmed down now, and it's a rebuilding process. So my point is that these people, these charities, these dog sanctuaries, they're in constant need of backup, and people help in many ways. I do cycle rides, raise awareness, raise cash, but some people, they'll turn up even with blankets, dog food. They just share the post, they put the word out there, and I always say that whatever you do counts, and every small brick or big brick, no matter how big or small, can make a big pyramid. Now coming into a village called Tokni. It's a nice rustic, typical Cypriot village. Menos, I did manage to hire a bicycle. It's a mountain bike for €14, and I went from Kokori, the resort where we are staying, to a village up in the mountains called Manolatas. It was pretty good for burning off the mousakas, so I have done a little bit of cycling on the holiday, and the only thing about proper getting back into it is just some stiff legs. A couple of days, that should go away, and I should be back to my level again. And it's not only about the cycling, a lot goes into these fundraising trips. I usually set up a file on the computer with all kinds of files within that, like for example merchandise. I print t-shirts, I do them myself at home. Promotion, which is these videos, trying to push it, getting it out on social media. Making the videos, as always, it's a lot of work goes into it, editing, putting music in them, etc. But I do love doing it, it's my hobby. Then there's route planning. You just get a basic line on the map of the route, and day by day you sort of stay as close to that route as you can. This one, I think it's a 1500 kilometre journey, and one of the other files is equipment, which is the bike, the panniers, the equipment needed. I am pretty organised with that. From previous trips I saved the list, the checklist of what we'll be needing. This is the village of Matis Menos. Yes, I can speak Greek, and that word took me 3 years to pronounce. The next village is Maroni, and then I'm going down onto the coast road across there to a place called Ziggy. This is the outskirts of Maroni. The centre of it's over there by the church, but we're just passing it today so I can get down onto the coast road. There's the coast, probably about 2 kilometres away. Hello? This is the small fishing village of Ziggy. It's a nice little harbour town, and at the weekends lots of people come here to the restaurants for fresh fish. This town is it's in between Limassol and Larnaca on the south coast of Cyprus. It's not really a tourist area, but people do come here. 5 kilometres from home now. Just behind me there's an oil refinery. So as you can see from the trucks, I'm in an industrial area. Still 33 degrees. I think that was a friendly toot of the horn. It's just about 40 k's today I'm doing. I've done some hills. It's harder in the heat, and a few clouds came over the sun today, and as soon as that happens it just gets easier. It's just the heat that grinds you down. I've already drank 1.5 litres of water. So here it is, I'm on the touring bike now, fully loaded. It's a completely different way of cycling. When it's fully set up, the bike and the equipment comes to nearly 50 kilos. And this is the thing that's going to get us over the Alps in Austria. I'm just doing a 50k ride today down to Limassol. Just got to get used to this cycling with the weight. You do need extra power in the legs, so I'm just trying to build up some strength in my legs. And for the next 3 weeks now, any rides I do will be on this bike, and then it's packed away, and then in 4 weeks time we fly to Gdansk. There is one issue doing this kind of training in Cyprus in August. August is the hottest month. And here in Limassol there's a very high humidity, so when I'm doing my rides I try in August just to avoid the hills a little bit, just go on the more flats, take it easy, but you are still training the legs and building up. I'm next to a fire hose here, and I've just done a real powerful waterproof test on the tent. I really blasted it. I just shut this vent. and looking inside, there's no water at all. There was just a bit there from when the vent was open, but I really hammered it down all the seams, and it's just not come through. And that replicates very, very heavy rain. So this is the tent I'm going to take. It's the Krivet. I did a video on it last month, €22 from Lidl, and over 2 weeks it's going to do the job.